This is Chespel, a fantasy strategy game based on the world that I created called Helgelad. It all started with some blank playing cards and Sharpie and is now turned into an online game. The premise of the game is simple. Each player receives a deck of cards that represents an army. That army is led by a general. If you lose your general, you lose the game. The general is accompanied on the battlefield with a lieutenant, artillery, and regular units. Action cards and equipment cards that can be used on the regular units fill out the rest of the deck. Now it is time to learn to play. When you arrive on the Chespel site, press play now to be paired with a random faction against the computer. Before we start, you can organize your troops on the back line here. And then you can also note that there are a number of terrain features that you can take advantage of to win. For example, this forest will protect your units against range attacks. The river are impassable squares. And then we have bridges that you can cross the river on, as well as fortifications that allow you a buff in defense, and hills that also give you a buff in defense and an increased range. So now that our troops are organized, we'll press deploy. It is the opponent's turn first. They'll play a card. You see they played the shield row action card and moved one of their units into position. Our turn, we can either deploy a unit that's on the same rows our general are behind. We can put out an action card, which we can give to a existing unit on the field to buff their stats, or we can play an action card. I'll play the Warhammer action card. I'll deal 2 damage to an enemy unit of my choice. That doesn't include the general, lieutenant, or artillery. So I'll click on the unit over there. It is destroyed. Now that I've played a card, I can move a piece. So I'll move my general up into position. There are no enemies within range of my units, so I will end my turn. The opponent takes another turn, and they move another unit into position. Now I will deploy another unit next to my general. Move my general up into position and attack. I win the overall roll, which is a roll of a d4 dice plus my attack stat against the d4 dice and a roll of the defense stat of the defender. The defender is destroyed and removed from the board. The game will proceed like this until one of the generals is completely out of health. And that's about it. Stay tuned for more tips, tricks, and other features on Chespel, including deck building and other game modes. I hope to see you out there.